High gearing, leverage, equals high risk. No doubt leverage is a great thing if you know what you are doing, but it is perilous if you don't have a clue. Few people care to admit to themselves that they don't know what they are doing. Evolution and the bucket shops. Now, in order to fully understand this, we need to examine past history because events and circumstances have a tendency of repeating themselves in time. The evolution of spread betting is very similar to the evolution of the bucket shops on America's East Coast in the late 1800s. I suggest that everyone has a read about Jesse L. Livermore and his experiences with the bucket shops in the late 1800s, early 1900s. Direct comparisons can be made between the modern day spread betting companies and the bucket shops. It's a similar pattern of evolution which has simply taken place 100 years later. It is another example of a cycle repeating itself. Now, in essence, these shops would hedge very little, if anything. They knew that their products offered such huge leverage. The net result was that the punters had the odds stacked massively against them. A small move in the market against the punter would often result in the loss of his or her entire pot. That's why good money management and capital preservation are so important. For one, if you lose your capital, you can't spread bet anymore, or you can only bet very small amounts. And secondly, if you lose 50% of your account, you've got to make 100% just to get back to break even. It is too full of potential extremes, which are simply not within your control at all. Evolution and the bucket shops. Not really. Maybe it was the case years back, but in recent years, the available facilities have changed a lot. It is nowadays possible to place limit orders and take advantage of extra risk management facilities, which can eliminate extremes and or balance them out by hedging with opposing bets, etc., and or by automated phased reduction of stakes and the use of conditional orders which can activate themselves when anticipated events, both good or bad, occur. The reckless player can still take ill-planned punts with no defense mechanisms in place and lose, of course. But as someone who treats it like a business, I find it quite manageable. Here's a spread betting tip. Don't consider spread betting as if it was simply financial gambling. Margin trading can be a complex but useful financial tool if used responsibly and afforded the respect it deserves. For more information, visit www.financial-spread-betting.com.